3 different books. One of them outstanding, one of them really pretty good, and the other one, I don't even want to finish it. So today I want to feature, though, 3 books by the same author, William Kent Krueger. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Book Talks with Miss Thomas. If you're new here, please subscribe. And if you have been here before, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me. I want to start off, I'm going to go from fantastic to not so much. I want to start off with a book, Ordinary Grace by William Kent Krueger, which I loved. Really loved this book. And when I went on my thrift book haul to Goodwill, my Goodwill book haul, I saw this book and I grabbed it and I was really excited and definitely wanted to own a copy, which I don't usually want to own a copy of a book. I usually give them away as soon as I read them, but this one I really loved and I want to share with you. And as soon as I read it, I just fell in love with this author, and I went out and got another book by him right away, which I enjoyed. And then for the purpose of this video, I got a 3rd book by him, which I'm not even going to finish, but I'll share all 3 with you. Ordinary Grace is the story, it's told from this boy's point of view, and his father is the pastor of the church, and there's a murder in town, so it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some really funny passages. It's got a little bit of drama, and there's even a murder mystery thrown in. So, and there's something toward the end that just rips your gut out. Like, I was just so sad. But Ordinary Grace, the little boy's father is the pastor, and he's trying to make sense of his own life as a little boy when there's this murder in the town. And the father was supposed to be a lawyer, so he went off, I think, to the war, and he came back with this friend of his and decided he didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. He wanted to be a pastor. But the problem with that is his wife married a lawyer. She wanted to be a lawyer's wife, not a pastor's wife. So, he's this pastor with this cigarette smoking, martini drinking woman. And, the little boy is trying to make sense of his parents and the world around him. So he's also got a sister, and there's some really interesting things that happen in the story. There's some funny things and some sad things. It's a coming of age told from the point of view of the little boy. And the other thing I like is, I think I had said this in my my thrift book haul, my Goodwill haul, but the title, Ordinary Grace, it takes on so many different meanings throughout the book. And obviously the first would be just, it's an ordinary part of our life, just day-to-day living. There's so much grace around us. We are so blessed with so much grace. And then there's literally the grace before a meal that becomes significant in the book. And there's just so much to this book. I could go on and on. I hope they turn this one into a movie. They're always turning these books I like into movies, and this one I'd love to see in a movie. So get to it. Make me a movie of this book, because I loved it. I liked it so much that I read This Tenderland by William Kent Krueger. Right up top, you can see author of Ordinary Grace. This was a really good book too. This is the story of 2 brothers in an orphanage, and then they end up with this little girl who, the 3 of them end up on the run. So the 2 brothers and the little girl, they run away from the orphanage, and the orphanage is horrible. I mean, really cruel abuse of these children. Now, hopefully, if you know me at all, I don't read books that graphically depict the abuse of children. So it's there, it's mostly implied, and it's things like having to scrub the steps outside and going without meals, and I think they get whipped. but it's really awful, abusive things that go on in this orphanage. And so the two brothers run away, and they run away with this little girl who's been taken in. She's not, well, she ends up an orphan. I think her mother died, and she gets taken in by the people at the orphanage. And so they have to run away to protect the girl. And when they run away, all kinds of things happen to them. They encounter different people as they're on the run. And of course, the people in the orphanage are trying to track them down and get a hold of them for abusive reasons, to take them back and abuse them. So they're on the run, literally, for their safety. And they encounter some really interesting people on the way. And some of them are incredibly good people. I don't recall any really horrible people. They may have encountered some. The main people I remember were the circus people, and there was like a snake charmer or something in there that really made an impact on me. There's, you know, if you don't like snakes, you don't want to read this one. But yeah, I think they're in like it's not a circus. They're like a traveling church, I think. That said, I don't think that William Kent Krueger is, preaching necessarily to his readers, because his views are not necessarily in line with mine. I just enjoy his fiction. So I hope that makes sense to you. I did not find either one of these books to be necessarily doctrine or preaching about religion. They just happen to have that as part of the plot. So this one, the children are on the run, and one of the people they encounter is someone who travels to preach and witness, and it has a lot of interesting things that happen to these children, and I recommend this one. Now this one, William Kent Krueger's book, Manitou Canyon, perhaps, I thought, oh, I'll do a third book by William Kent Krueger. And so I got this one, and I'm not even going to finish it. I cannot get into this book at all. And apparently, at first, I was really excited. It sounded really good. It follows I guess he's like a private investigator, but he also has a restaurant. But as a private investigator, and I think he has a series. I think there are other books with this private investigator character. He is sent to like the canyon area to search for this rich grandfather, and his grandchildren send him to, the grandchildren send the private investigator to try and find their grandfather. That's as far as I got. And that's page 58, and that's all that's happened. So I'm no thanks. But sorry to Mr. Kent Krueger, because I really, really enjoyed the other two. So that said, you don't have to entirely love everything about a person. You can really love some books and not other books, and that's okay. So, there are two books in there that I really recommend, and I hope that you are reading and enjoying your summer. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.